Hey there, comic friends. I'm Travis, and this is a video response to Longbox Review. Had a question of the day, as he called it. And I don't remember exactly what the question is right off the top of my head, but basically the question is when do you decide that you're going to drop a book? How many issues do you give a book to convince you to keep it or to or drop it? And my short answer to that is I don't have an answer. It depends on the book. It depends on the book, and more often than not, depends on the creators that are on the book. If there are creators on the book that I trust, and that's probably one of the biggest reasons why I'm picking up the book in the first place, or there's some premise about it that made me interested in picking it up in the first place. If it's a creator I trust, I will give it more issues than if it's just a new book. I know nothing about it. I don't know the creators. I don't know what those people's track records are. Just as examples, like let's say Gail Simone is writing a new book. I like Gail Simone. I like the majority of the body of work of Gail's work. So I'm willing to give her books more time to hook me. Because I know that once I get hooked, I really enjoy it. I enjoy her characterizations of the characters that she has and that sort of stuff. So I give those more issues. Now, what's more issues? I don't really know. There are some books when I pick them up. You used the example of Legion Lost, for instance, that you knew after 3 issues or 2 issues that you were done with the book. I picked that book up. 4 or 5 pages in, I knew that I was done with the book of the first issue. Some things I just know. As soon as I pick it up and I start reading it, I just go, no, this does not work. And for whatever my gut feeling about it is, this isn't a book for me. And so it's immediate. I'm getting rid of the book as fast as I can. Other books, I let them go on longer because there's something about it, either in a solicitation or when the creators were talking about it, they made me think I wanted the book. And I might hang around longer waiting for whatever it is that I was excited about the book in the first place to wait for it to execute. And sometimes I go too long. Like you, I'll go a full arc at least just to see what that arc is telling me and make a decision then as we reach the end of the arc. Do I want to keep going with this or whatever? Sometimes I pick up a book just because I'm curious. I don't probably know I'm not going to collect it, but I might pick up the first issue just to see what it's about. You see if it's different. Some creators, as far as like writers, the person who generally controls the story, I assume is the writer. Some writers I give a lot longer because they just tend to tell a longer story. The payoff is not in the first issue. Hickman comes to mind, for instance, that it seems to me like with his stories, you got to read 3 or 4 issues to really get the full big picture of the long story that he's going to be telling. And so if you don't at least give it that, you're going to be missing something. Now, is it good enough to wait that long? Sometimes that's debatable, whatever. So there's that with those kinds of things. But lots of times I won't even give it a full story arc. If it, like I said, if it's something that I don't already have a prior investment in a creator that's on the book or whatever, or a character. Sometimes I'll hang on to something just by sake of it being a character longer than what I should, or give it a longer try than maybe what I might have. But I don't have a set. This is what I try to go. It really, a lot of it's purely on gut feeling. If there's something about it that piques my interest, I'll hang around for the entire arc. 4 issues, 5, 6 issues. And then there's those that, like I said, that just are completely wrong. Thunder Agents, another one. Picked that up. As soon as I picked it up and saw the art, I didn't care what the story was. The art was bad enough in it for me that this latest incarnation of Thunder Agents, I knew I was done. Plus, the story didn't make a lot of sense, But I was suspect of the story going in. And the art just sealed it off for me. So that's my quick video response as to how do I know when I'm quitting. Well, I don't really have a simple formula for it. I kind of thought about it today, knowing I was going to do this response, and like I said, for me, if it's creators I trust, I give them longer, thinking that they're going to pull out whatever the thing is I like about those creators. If it's a character that I really like, even if it's a rough or a shaky start, I'll hang on for a while longer in hopes that it's going to come out to be something. If there was something in solicitation that piqued my interest, or I read an interview with the creators and they talked, at least in the interview, about something exciting or interesting that I would like to see explored, I'll hang on to the book a little longer to see if it gets explored. If it doesn't fit within one of those, then it's 3 issues at most, generally, to get me hooked or not hooked. And then there's those that I just immediately pick it up and immediately have a feeling that this is not a book for me, the way it's delivered, the lines or whatever. Another example of that is Stormwatch. Here, 2 issues ago, they got entirely new creative team on the entire book. They actually destroyed the universe and rebooted the universe and put this new Stormwatch team in place. And I really didn't have to go the full issue to know that I was not going to enjoy this. I got the second one kind of thinking, okay, just Jim Starlin. Back in the day, I really liked him on Dreadstar and that sort of thing. I'm going to give this a shot. Maybe that was just a rough transition, me getting used to the idea of new people being here instead of the old characters we had in that second issue, and it was for sure no, and I dropped it. So, hey, that's it. Hope you get some other responses. See ya.